Hello, I'm Ted Kumon of BankGuard. The new technology I will be introducing to you today is a new bank security system to protect your online bank account from cyber attacks. We call it SuperMoney. In September, we announced that SuperMoney is to be introduced to nationwide internet banking platform system for 270 small financial institutions in Japan. It serves for 350,000 customers for their internet banking transactions. This technology was invented by our company's founder and CEO, Haruhiko Fujii. Unfortunately, he cannot attend FinDEVr to make a presentation to you today. So on behalf of him, I'm going to get in touch with the innovative but simple idea and technology. Currently, the financial damages caused by illegal remittance within internet banking via fraudulent access is estimated to be around $2 billion globally. It is destroying the fundamentals of the industry and financial system, so the safety of such a system needs to be established. Why is the financial damages from illegal remittance are so huge? One of the reasons for that is weaknesses in existing random number table and one-time password or two-pass authentication technologies. Due to such weaknesses, many cyber attacks have destroyed a financial safety, such as man-in-the-middle attack, phishing attack, and taking over a smartphone attack. As many of you may recall, there was a big cyber attack named Operation Inventor. It took over smartphones and eavesdropped on the one-time password displayed in the smartphone. On the other hand, the latest one-time password or two-pass authentication device has a 10 key, as shown, to minimize those risks. One of the problems for that is the device itself is rather expensive for the banks and their customers. Also, the operational cost is high as well because hardware token should replace at least every 5 years for refreshing batteries. Another problem is its portability. The bank customer needs to carry many tokens for each bank account. And it has other problems of usage as the users need to input the bank account number into the token, then need to memorize the numbers displayed in the token and input them into the computer. BankGuard's SuperMoney system solves those problems. It is very simple. Instead of numerical numbers of random chart, SuperMoney uses vast variety of images, as you can see. The key is that it can be printed at the back of the bank ATM card, credit card, debit card, or any other card. With just a printed card, it protects all sorts of cyber attacks. There are both a one-row version and a 5-row versions of the chart. One-row version is for credit card, and a 5-row version is for internet banking. Being a printed media, there are no portability issues, no battery replacement issues. It is easy to use, and the cost is minimal. There is no takeover process, and it can be applied to PC bank, smartphone bank, and feature phone bank. SuperMoney has two functions. One is user authentication for protecting against spoofing, and the other is transaction authentication for protecting man-in-the-middle attack. At first, I will explain user authentication. This function can be applied not only internet banking, but also any other login features, such as credit card, any type of membership, reward, and so on. The image charts are unique for each user. After inputting ID and password, user can ask like, click the image on row C and column 5. The corresponding image is only one, and the others are dummy images. Even if ID and password are stolen, illegal access cannot be executed unless the SuperMoney table is stolen. The key is that instead of using numeric numbers, we use images. In case of a random table with numeric numbers, users can be easily deceived and input all of random numbers into phishing windows. Hackers request part of random numbers several times and ultimately get all the numbers. In case of numeric number chart, anyone can put numbers with a keyboard, but they cannot input images with a keyboard. That's the key point. For credit card transactions, 3-digit numbers on the back of the card are used for verification. It is called CVN, credit card verification number. It has the same problem, phishing like numerical number random chart. To solve it, we can replace it with a SuperMoney on the back of the card. But just for a note, some of you may ask, what if some users take photo of the card and upload it in a Dropbox? The image can be stolen with the hacking Dropbox account. Yeah, that's true. Therefore, it should have a caution word, copy inhibited. Taking a picture is not a cyber attack problem. It is like writing PIN number on the ATM card. I'd like to move on to the transaction authentication. Before that, I'd like to briefly touch on the typical internet banking fraud, man-in-the-middle attack. This picture shows the users, the virus or illegal server as an intermediary, and the internet banking server. The man in the middle is virus or illegal server. The user input ID, password, and one-time password or random number as user authentication. Next, the user input beneficiary's bank account number and the amount for remittance. When the man-in-the-middle attack happens, the intermediary intercepts the ID password and changes the beneficiary's account number and amount of remittance. The internet banking server recognizes that it is a valid input and hence execute the remittance commands. That's a problem. These attacks make all one-time password and random number table vulnerable. Protecting against a man-in-the-middle attack has become an essential technique globally. Let me explain how SuperMoney protect the bank and bank customers from such man-in-the-middle fraud. For completing input of beneficiary bank's account number for electronic money transfer, user needs to input it by SuperMoney method. For example, the bank asks, select an image from row B corresponding to the first digit of the bank account. The hacker don't have the user's SuperMoney, they cannot select correct image. Of course, the hacker may do random guess with a probability of 1/10, but with choosing 2 digits, it's 1 out of 100. So in this way, SuperMoney can protect against the man-in-the-middle type fraud. Let's briefly compare with other technologies. We evaluate with the 3 points of view, that is safety, economy, and convenience. First, regarding safety, as you can see, SuperMoney provide the highest security level as it can protect from man-in-the-middle fraud. Authentication by hardware token or even software token do not provide as much securities because it can be taken over by malware. Let's see the aspect of economy. SuperMoney only needs printing cost as an initial cost, and there is no need to refresh depleted batteries. It is very cost efficient. It's about 20% of the existing hardware token. Lastly, convenience. In the aspect of convenience, SuperMoney presents a very easy-to-use interface for users, as it is just a matter of choosing and clicking the images. On the other hand, one-time password needs rather difficult operation each time. Also, SuperMoney is extremely portable. The card can simply be carried along in the wallet. We are also preparing a different distribution of SuperMoney, not only posting physical cards to users, but we provide a smartphone applications to distribute SuperMoney in cooperation with NS Solutions, one of the leading ID solution company in Japan. The SuperMoney generator creates the unique SuperMoney data for each user, and they can download this data directly to their smartphone. The data is strongly protected by the password. With this smartphone version of SuperMoney, users can use their SuperMoney anytime, anywhere. Lastly, I'd like to touch on very briefly another technology BankGuard has developed working with OJ's Research Institute and Kobe University. It is called SuperMoney. It is a digital payment processing system without any hardware, and it has a unique technology of authentication. How does it work? First, a store employee scans the product barcode with the application installed smartphone. No card reader or any other device is needed. Then the customer places his or her palm over the smartphone camera. Smartphone displays the pre-registered headshot of the customer. It can display multiple headshots, including the correct and the dummy. Store employee checks the customer's actual face, and if it matches, types the customer's correct headshot on the screen. Then the money settlement is automatically finished on real-time basis. So the key points are: number one, it can authenticate the customer with palm and face. It is almost 100% accurate. Number two, money settlement is automatically processed on real-time basis. And number three, no device is needed other than smartphone. SuperMoney will soon be tested for verification with 6 Japanese regional banks. So that's about it for today. Thank you for your attention. We are honored to have such a wonderful opportunity to present at this precious international conference. We hope many of you have some interest in our products or activities, and also we hope to have some chance to work with you in the near future. Thank you.